Will Smith, I'm not gay. In parts passim, there was the allegation that Will Smith was found engaging in a sex act with another man. Rumours have dogged him for years that he's homosexual, which at the end of the day is nobody's business if he is, but of course impacts upon his image as this masculine action hunk that generally women are attracted to. Of course, the allegation was made in a manner which was quite detailed, but now Will Smith has come out fighting. As reported by Adam Levy in the Mail, Will Smith denies gay rumours after accusation he was caught having sex with Fresh Prince actor Dwayne Martin. Will Smith has staunchly denied claims he was once caught having sex with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air actor Dwayne Martin, branding the accusation unequivocally false. Now, with him issuing that denial, what's the driver behind it? Well, as you know, if Will Smith were a narcissist, denial is the first defense of the twin lines of the narcissistic defense. The narcissist will issue a denial and will keep on issuing that denial until such time as the narcissism recognizes it can no longer be done and then falls back to an alternative form of manipulation in order to nullify and reject the threat to control that your questioning is posing. As I detailed in an extensive series about him, Will Smith is an empath, and therefore his denial is not born out of a need for control, but rather is driven as a consequence of his truth-seeker trait. Empaths are invariably truth-seekers. They want the world to know the truth about themselves, they want people to understand why they do as they do, and it is one way to get an empath on the hook by accusing them of things they've not done or smearing them elsewhere, describing them as a particular person that they are not. This really gets to the empath because of this strong truth-seeker trait. Invariably, rather than just ignore it, the empath becomes drawn in. Corrupted by emotional thinking, they confront the narcissist. Why are you accusing me of this when you know it to be false? Why are you going around saying these things about me when they're not true? Unfortunately for the empath, the narcissist is not going to say, "Oh, sorry, I know it's not true, I shouldn't have said it," but will rather maintain that it is. And all that happens is that they get smeared harder, suffer an adverse consequence of becoming more frustrated, angry, and upset by the untruths that are being said about them, that they give fuel to the narcissist and increase their own emotional thinking further. Now, in this instance, the allegations that have been issued came from Brother Bilal, who claims to be Smith's former friend and assistant. I haven't undertaken an analysis of Brother Bilal as to determine what he actually is. It could be that he is a narcissist. After all, he's not exhibiting much emotional empathy for Will Smith, but there's just as much as a chance that he's not one, and he's just seeking to cash in on some information, true or otherwise. Smith is motivated, therefore, to respond to this, driven by his truth-seeker trait, to issue the denial. And it's a useful example to help you understand that a narcissist and an empath can engage in similar behaviours, issuing a denial, but there are different drivers behind it. For the narcissist, it's about nullifying the threat to control that is posed by a challenging question. For instance, what do you think you were doing hanging out with that woman last night? "I wasn't," says the narcissist. Flat denial to issue a nullification of the threat to control. Where the empath is accused of that, "What were you doing with that woman last night?" the empath issues the denial because they want to get to the truth of the matter, and they want their accuser to get to the truth of the matter, the accuser invariably being a narcissist. Brother Bilal, who describes himself as the actor's ex-personal assistant, made the shock accusation in a now viral interview with internet personality Tasha K. Bilal claims he once walked in on the Man in Black star, now 55, and Martin engaged in a sex act in Martin's dressing room. "I opened the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne having anal sex with Will," Brother Bilal said. "There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him, murdering him. It was murder in there." He also made unflattering claims about Smith's manhood, comparing his penis to the size of a pinky toe. A spokesperson for the Oscar-winning actor insisted the story was completely fabricated in a statement TMZ on Tuesday, while a source told the outlet that Smith is considering taking legal action. It is quite common for an empathic individual to find themselves on the receiving end of a smear from a narcissist, and I regularly explain to people that the most effective way of dealing with the smear is not to provide it with any more energy. This is because that the groups that the narcissist will smear to fall into three camps. First of all, there are the people who believe you, who are on your side, and therefore they reject what the narcissist has to say. Accordingly, there is little to be gained for you in talking to those people who already support you. You're just wasting your breath, and possibly even irritating your friends by referencing it. The second group believe the narcissist and not you, and they're going to form an entrenched view. All you'll do is end up adding grist to the mill and causing them to believe that what has been said about you is true by protesting, in their view, too much. And therefore, once again, there is nothing to be gained in protesting to this group. Furthermore, they are likely to tell the narcissist about what you're doing, and that would be deemed as a threat to control, meaning that you're likely to be hoovered by the narcissist and suffer further smearing. The third group, the largest group, are those individuals who will be sympathetic to what the narcissist has to say, and then are sympathetic to you when you plead your case, and then they're busy thinking about what they're going to have for dinner. This group aren't really interested in the fallout and conflict between you and the narcissist. They've got bills to pay, children to bring up, jobs to do, houses to run, and whilst they're sympathetic, it doesn't invade their consciousness for long. And again, they just move on from it. Empathic people get very much caught up in untruths being told about them. Emotional thinking gets hold of this, corrupts the truth-seeker trait, and causes them to become preoccupied, when in many instances it becomes tomorrow's fish and chip paper, and you are much better served by moving on from it. The only instances where I recommend that you take action is where it impacts upon your livelihood or it puts your safety at risk, and then you should look at involving the authorities or a lawyer. Returning to Will Smith, he appears to be going down the legal route and is considering taking action because he's been defamed, and it could, of course, impact upon his image and livelihood. Dwayne Martin, 58, was married to actress Tisha Campbell from 1996 to 2020. The Brooklyn-born actor is best known for his stints in the series LA's Finest and on the show All of Us. Martin has worked with Smith on a number of projects, including 2 episodes of his former series, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in 1993 and 1995, and 3 episodes of the 2022 reboot Bel-Air. He's also been seen on The Paul Reiser Show, in the films White Men Can't Jump and Scream 2, and in the music video for the 1994 Boyz II Men hit I'll Make Love to You. Bilal said that he'd been working on a Hollywood set and was ordered to keep eyes on Will in the moments leading to him witnessing the actors having sexual relations. I saw sexual acts. There was one I walked in on, said Bilal, who was on the series to promote his forthcoming book titled Will Smith, Demonic Circle. Bilal said he looked everywhere and saw that Smith's car was in its right place, but the actor was nowhere to be found, so that the producers on the unnamed project were repeatedly summoning him on his walkie-talkie and cell phone, pressuring him to find the actor and bring him back to set. He said he had the keys to Martin's dressing room when he discovered the 2 actors engaging in sexual activity. Bilal said he was like a deer in the headlights and said, "Oh shit," when he encountered the pair. Daily Mail has reached out to both Smith and Martin for comment on the story. Bilal said that Smith's estranged wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, was the woman that everyone wanted, and that Will needed that validation to have that type of woman. Tasha K asked Bilal, "You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?" Bilal said in response that if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you're going to do to please her. If she's itching for that baby leg, she wants that baby leg. Well, he sounds a particularly articulate and delightful individual, doesn't he, this brother Bilal? In the chat, Bilal said during the latter years of their relationship, Smith was not his friend, but rather he was Smith's friend. After Pinkett Smith spoke publicly about their marital estrangement, Smith followed up shortly with his own comments on the situation. It would appear, therefore, that brother Bilal is not only trying to make some headway with regard to the advertisement of his own book, but may well have an axe to grind against Will Smith. But the response of Smith to say he is not gay is all about his pursuit of the truth, driven by his empathic truth-seeker trait. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.